doing that in a way that nobody in our party has done for a very long time. And I said it to the people here, I'm going to say it to you. I'd rather speak the truth and lose an election than to win by playing some fake game. But what I found here in Iowa is that people on the ground are absolutely hungry for that. I think a lot of the polling and all of the mainstream media narrative is manufactured. A lot of it is fake. The same mainstream media that lied to us on the eve of the last election about countless topics, I think is really doing the same thing this time around. And I'm looking forward to proving them wrong.
So what are the things that you hear most when you go to events like this? I'm talking substance. Because there's a voter here who knows a lot about different things, and they care about things. What do you hear most?
I'll tell you the last question we just answered right here actually captures it. We can talk about the economy, we can talk about the border, those are very important topics. But there's something deeper than that going on in our country, is the loss of our national identity. We have lost our sense of who we are. That last question is about what can we as parents pass on to our kids about the values of our country, about the freedoms we enjoy, the freedom of thought, the freedom of speech, the loss of our national character. And I think that goes deeper than what just shows up in political consultants who poll voters and then tell candidates to say what the polls tell them to say. We can go issue by issue, and I don't think there's a major difference between the Republicans on how to grow the economy or how to actually shut down and close the southern border. But I think when you get to reviving our actual national character, who we are, half the job of the president isn't just setting policy. It's to revive who we are as Americans. And I think I can do that coming in from the outside, not bought and paid for by the mega donor class. I think that's something that allows me to speak freely in a way that many traditional politicians can't. And I do think that's what it's going to take to revive our actual identity. The other thing that I bring up, and it's not necessarily something that shows up in the voter polls, but when I talk to people about it, they understand its importance, is actually shutting down the deep state, actually shutting down the federal bureaucracy. I said I would fire 75% of federal bureaucrats, shut down agencies from the FBI to the U.S. Department of Education that should no longer exist. And I think people in this country understand that that's where the real threat to our freedoms come from. It's not just the people we elect. Even worse, it's the people who we don't elect. And as the next president, I'm going to be the one who actually puts an end to that deep state. I think people here understand that pretty deeply, and I think that's why we're going to overperform and be incredibly successful here on Monday.
So this is my 5th